Today we're going to be looking at more facts, strats, and glitches for the game Grand Theft Auto 4. Within the funfair and broker, there's quite some interesting things. For one, you can crouch in the water. Yeah, that's really interesting. These objects you see, many of them are reused from GTA San Andreas, which is pretty neat. There is this bridge, these things, and many more, like this hippo. But this isn't something new with Rockstar. They reuse a lot of things. For example, in Max Payne 3, there are tons of GTA 4 vehicles in the game, which, fun fact, you can drive on Max Payne 3 with mods. It's believed to be pre-existing code from GTA 4, which is pretty cool. I have a video link in the description if you want to see more. In the Ballad of Gay Tony, there's tons of unique and special vehicles in the multiplayer modes. There's the police stinger, the buffalo, and the bike. The Stinger is one of, if not the best handling vehicle in the game. Despite obviously resembling the Presidente, it can turn incredibly well. It has pretty good acceleration, and even when damaged, whether that be to the engine or the wheels, it handles exceptionally. What I find really cool about this is, by default, you can see the beacons rotate. You can't observe this with the normal police vehicles, however you must break their cases in order to see it. The colors it comes with are also incredibly unique, but it's quite evident that this wouldn't be used by the in-game police force. The police buffalo looks nice in my opinion, and I really wonder why it wasn't a variant with the LCPD. The reason may be because the handling is the exact same as the FIB buffalo, which is pretty disappointing but understandable since they're both obviously based off of the same car. But still, I'd say the handling is pretty average. Same with the police bike. I really love this one. I think this would be nice for the cops to spawn with. Oh right, this is a bike, and that means you can fall off pretty easily. Well, I can't assume it's why this one wasn't included. In my opinion, if cops spawn with this normally, they'd be completely useless, but it would be fun shooting or ramming them off of their bikes. Could have also been used for just Algonquin, perhaps at 3 stars or less. I'm not so sure why these vehicles are multiplayer exclusive. However, the vehicles in the multiplayer are also limited pretty hard for some reason. For example, without modding, you cannot get a Patriot, including the police version, a limo, the FIB Buffalo, and tons, and I mean tons more. There's a few more unused vehicles as well, such as the Police W, which I've talked about in a previous episode, but also the Brigade. This one's kind of sad as I think it could have been a really epic addition into the game, but this is one chunker. It's got loads of protection, which also makes it slow as fuck. However, one really interesting tidbit about this is the fact that there's a police radio within the interior, and it can pass through tolls without paying, which only emergency vehicles can do. A vehicle under the same name was brought in GTA 5 as part of an online DLC, however it's made by a different brand and it doesn't really look as cute. Recently there was a new glitch discovered. It's called the Taxi Warp. Found by Good Ron by complete accident. You can almost literally teleport anywhere on the map. There's a good video by Englishman about it. I'll link it below in the description. It has a pretty bizarre backstory of which that video goes into more detail about, but here I'll try my best to explain how it's done. Well, it's pretty confusing at first, but I think all you need to know is how the waypoints with taxis work. If you get into a taxi and have a waypoint set, then go there, you will go to the waypoint, but only in the logical way.
This is as far as I can go, man.
If as you're spamming enter, aka telling the driver to go to the waypoint, you remove the waypoint, the game's calculations for the logical way to get there will be removed. This is how you can actually get anywhere. It's pretty hard to do at first, since if you remove the waypoint too fast, then you'll just get to one of your safe houses, so you just have to practice. And now, the speedrun round. On top of this bridge, there are some unfortunate consequences for going down this ladder. Attempting to ride a train to Algonquin prior to unlocking the island will lead to a prompt saying the train has been terminated. However, once you exit the train, it will continue on the normal path. In the game files, there are bloody footprints that have a Rockstar logo on them. Despite what many people think and say, there is some evidence to support the fact that the game actually takes place in 2009 rather than 2008. You can see why I think this by watching this interesting video Rockstar uploaded and looking at the camera footage overlay. Using fire trucks against vehicles actually does damage, albeit very poorly. What's interesting about this is it'll actually heal vehicles too, assuming they're on fire. And that's all we're going to look at today. This video is a part of a fact series. I'll have it linked on screen. And yeah, bye.